Good evening, everybody. Welcome to some fumbling. And hopefully you heard the lovely ping of fumble there. We're just setting up. We've got humans versus Khorne tonight. And straight in there with... There's the ogre lining up against the bloodspawn and my lineman. So... Evening T-Sinks, and evening Go For It Painting, Tiger Husky and Commissioner. For those wanting to know my roster, I've got 1 Bloodspawn, 3 Bloodseekers, and then linemen, lots of linemen, and 1 Khorne Gore. I've set up the Bloodspawn on the line. I am not good with rolling anything other than 1, so hopefully that won't bite too badly. Evening Brute Fund, evening Marcus, evening Rupert. Good to see some fumble. Yeah, this is part of the Bonehead League, which we've set up in the Discord. If you aren't in the Discord, there's a great big QR code on the screen. Use that to jump on into the Discord. From there, we have set up this league. We'll see how it goes. If it goes well, we will definitely run some more. We're going to run some Blood Bowl 3 tournaments as well, and definitely a Blood Bowl 3 league, but we need more league tools. Excuse me. So we've got a couple of catchers at the back, and then that's going to be Blitzer, Ogre, Lineman, and then Blitzer, lineman, with 1 lineman just off the league. Commissioner, secret league, yes, definitely. Once everyone's got used to fumble, it would be rude not to secret league. For those who've never played a secret league on fumble before, there's a whole heap of teams that you've never seen before. So brilliant coaching, and Team Logans has gained a reroll, so that's not bad. He's going to have 4 rerolls to my measly 2. Brute Fun, Secret League Squigs, yes, definitely. Will they ever move out of the Secret League and into the main teams, though? Probably a question best asked when Ben's not around. Can't wait to see 20 Squigs teams lined up. Absolutely not. Although very tempted to take a Witch Elf team myself and go so much fun. So, evening Chris, I heard so much about this but never seen it. Looking forward to seeing how it works. It's simple but very effective. Would we continue fumble even if Blood Bowl 3 got amazing? I think we probably would, because it's so accessible. There is no entry to barrier with fumble. Literally, well, there's 1 entry to barrier. You need some kind of PC because you can't really run it on a tablet. So as long as you've got a PC, you do not need a heavy graphics machine, as you can see. You can get on and play Blood Bowl. So that is a great way. Evening Baron, welcome to the stream. So I think we'll definitely keep playing. What have we had here? We've had a good old lineman get smashed. And... Bloodspawn's back off the line, and I've got all my Bloodseekers in the middle together. Very interesting. Even my toaster loves fumble, absolutely, yeah. And it is quite a bit easier to spectate. Hopefully it's coming through quite well on the stream. You can see it reasonably well, and hopefully you're getting the joy of the fumble sounds as well, because there's nothing better than the fumble sounds as they tickle on through. It's definitely 8-bit charm, and since we've last played fumble, we can actually make it a bit bigger on the screen, so I'm playing at I think 125%. You can play bigger if you play horizontal, but I wanted to play this vertical, so here we go. So Baron's saying, sign me up for the next league. I'm going to play against myself to learn how to use this thing. Absolutely. You can play test teams, make up 2 teams. You can play against yourself. You're guaranteed not to lose that way. It's good fun to play. Would fully recommend it, and we will be definitely running more. So we've got a little bit of human cage forming behind the ogre here. And one of the many Logans has picked up the ball. I think throw teammate is my favourite fumble sound. Although the death sound's quite good, and I will be probably hearing that a reasonable amount. Fellas, I'm pretty sure I can find a way to lose even against myself. You can end up feeling pretty bad. The one thing about fumble is it's easy to misclick, so you be careful when playing and click properly. Before you know it, you've handed off the ball when you meant to move a player. That has definitely happened 1 or 2 times. Right, so end of turn 1. So I'm just going to stand up the lineman. Now, careful play here. So even Baron, I'm running Khorne tonight. So my Khorne team with a massive no players being based. 2, 3. So what I'm going to do here is just get some players into position, and then we will try the Bloodspawn blitz. Tempted to try and go for the player at the back there, actually. Well, why not? We're going to move him up, then I'm going to move this lineman up to there. The Khorne Gore is going to come down here a little bit, and action, nice, and a Bloodspawn spelled. Yeah, I love the Bloodspawn for Khorne. I think it is amazing. Nice little warning. We don't need to see that on a regular basis. We're going to go in on this player here. And we'll take the smash. We will go there, follow up, knockout, and in on the ball carrier. Now, the fact that we've managed to do that means I might just bring him up around there and bring him to there. It's going to end my action and end the term. Nice thing about fumble as well is you get a little chat box to chat through with your opponent. So a good bit of fun there. So let's catch up. Death sound is the best sound. Yeah, absolutely. Zombie fun is a lot of fun. And Velas, do you ever find that you end up wanting one of your teams to win even though you're playing yourself? Oh, absolutely, all the time. I played some Norse versus Dark Elves and could not prevent myself from trying to win with the Dark Elves. Evening to Ben in the chat there, joining us from somewhere very near the studio. Now the wind and rain has calmed down. For those of you who didn't see, Monday night Blood Bowl on Monday this week. Every other week we're going to try and play a live game in person in the studio, and we will be looking for people to help us work out which teams to play and what games to play. So Bloodseeker being pushed off the line, great. I really love the Bloodseekers. Movement 5, Strength 4, Armour 10, lovely pieces with Frenzy as well. There is only one skill up you have to aim for with the Bloodseeker. You've got to go block, because you're going to be rolling block dice on block dice, and then more block dice. So I've had another lineman pushed around. There's the 2-die block. So potentially looking to run around to my right-hand side. Brute fun. I vote Squigs, always Squigs and only Squigs. You've been definitely spending too much time talking to Ben. For those who've not looked at the FUMBBL secret teams, there are loads and loads of them. Some of them are downright nasty, some of them are a lot of fun, and some of them are manic. And when we say manic, that's the Shark team, Milton's favourite team. So Baron, going for block or jogs on the spawn. Oh, that's a very difficult one. It was one of those where I might need to look at who else is in the league. Juggernaut is quite handy for the spawn, but block gives a little bit of safety as well. Commissioner, my Roger didn't get the memo. We're rocking a tentacled one in this league. Oh, that's an interesting way to go, and I think a great skill to see it used differently as well. So we've got Khorne players all over the pitch. The one thing about FUMBBL is you don't get that three-dimensional who's laying on the ground, but you do get these lovely crosses and slashes. For those who've not seen, the cross will mean that that player is stunned. The slash is a player prone. So you have to get a little bit more used to that when you're looking through things. So the ball is all the way back there. So that catcher can definitely move, and basically the entire right-hand side of the pitch is open. But where will we go from there? So Noodles, so I don't know what FUMBBL is, but can I have a user main team? Could I propose my Slinish team? So you can propose teams for FUMBBL, but if it's not within one of the rule sets, you can't use it. So they've got the old Blood Bowl rules in, the current rules in, the secret teams in. FUMBBL, for those who've not played it before, literally if you go to the website FUMBBL, you will be able to get in, have a look, see how it plays, and go from there. You need Java to play it, and always worth making sure that you've got Java working, because you can guarantee when you come to play a game, it will need an update. Fortunately, internet speeds are a little bit better than they used to be. Evening, Karen, let's go. Hope the lunch break is going well, and the temptation of being able to play Blood Bowl 3 on the laptop's not hurting too much. Right, so my turn 2. Definitely all the players are now in the wrong place. So I'm going to stand up him. I'm going to bring him over. Love. I'm not trying to jump on FUMBBL yet. I'll have to be careful with that. Go over there. That gets another. The one thing about Khorne is if you go side to side with them, they will struggle a little bit. So I am in exactly that case here. do is come back to moving that Bloodseeker, because I can move him across to here. I've got a 2-die block here. Bloodspawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So carefully out of range. Could go back in on the Blitzer there. That might be the move to go. Probably just going to put him there. Protect against that a little bit. Bring him round to there. And where will I move him? I'm going to move him. Khorne's very much playing as my safety. This is where it gets tricky with Khorne. So 2-die into a 1-die. But the Bloodspawn will take another one, and Mighty Blow, so another one for the Bloodspawn there. Nicely done. That's a 1-die. Do we take that? Let's take that. And 1-die into a 2-die. And down he goes. So rolling pretty well to start off with there. So let's catch back up. So where did we get to? So Brute Fun. Oh yeah, Brute Fun's teams are amazing. If you don't know about Brute Fun and his miniatures, then you probably haven't got a 3D printer. If you have, you are probably printing Brute Fun's miniatures all over the place. They are amazing. So Baron asking, are you going to do more secret teams or vote for an Alban team to go with the Fen Beast? Ah, yes, the Fen Beast. Magnificent miniature. We've seen him quite a lot at the recent Beachhead, and interesting to see him at Bonehead as Bowl as well, subbing in for the odd ogre here or there. So we're having a bit of a gang up on my big guys over here. This poor Bloodseeker has just been up and down and up and down, is back down. But armour has been saved, fortunately. So I am 2 players up to start off for. So Brute Fan saying, secret teams for me are a bit more of a side quest and fit them in with my musical project. The next one likely to come up is a troll team when I do Snotlings. Oh, that will be great. So Snotlings, a fabulous little team full of annoying sidestepping miniatures. Trolls will be great, and of course that's a great excuse for everyone to swap out a troll and put another troll in to an orc team somewhere. Brute Fun Squid's models are so good, says Byron. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they are magnificent, magnificent miniatures. So do check out Brute Fun if you are looking for some miniatures. I would fully recommend every one of them. And they come out at a frighteningly fast pace, so just by the time you've finished looking for one set, there'll be more to come. So Graham Dawes, an interesting name there. That didn't feel like that randomly rolled a great name, but he gets pushed back, so get a bit of a clog here in the middle. It's not the world's worst thing. It's very difficult to run through Khorne when they're lying down. Noodles, this is my first time catching Triple live streams and not just hearing him on the podcast, and I think I have a very soothing Eden head against me. And I should have read it before I read out loud. So it might be soothing, but if I start rolling D6, it might be quite freaky. I have generally picked Khorne here on the basis that I don't have to use the D6 very much. and therefore I might not roll quite as many ones. Nice thing about FUMBBL is you can look at the game statistics, and hopefully that's come up. Yeah, that's come up. You can see what's going on in terms of the rushing, the details, and at the end you can get a full breakdown into the rolls. So you can actually see how you rolled, because sometimes you will look at the rolls and go, I have been beautifully done over tonight, and then you'll look at them and go, it's not actually that bad. So Catcher running away here. Ogre. Oh, that didn't sound good. So Spud has been badly hurt, so down goes a Bloodseeker. And oh no, that was both down. So that was the Ogre that went. So the Ogre is hurt. Wow, did not expect that. So the Ogre is down, and what you see with the lovely FUMBBL is you get a little bit of blood splatter on the pitch as well from where the player went down. So we are down an Ogre. Commissioner, I don't think we can hear the game audio. Okay, let's try. And let's just see if we can sort that out. Too many windows. Let's whack that up. So hopefully you might be able to hear the game audio now, and that will come through soon. So over to me. What should we do then? Right, we're going to stand him up. We're going to stand him up. We're going to stand him up. We're going to move him over here. I think we're going to move him around here, setting up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Move him up there. Don't know if everybody heard cheering there, but I think we've got somebody in the spectators doing a bit of cheering. Right, let's take push there, push him over there, and we'll smash him down there. So that's enabled us to move him into there. That's just a 1 die. Not sure it came through our end. Did anybody else hear the cheering? I have to keep an eye out of that. I'm going to run the Khorne up. We should be able to hear the players moving. Oh, I'm having all sorts of trouble here. Here we go. There we go. What are we going to do? We're going to push him into there and end the action. And we're just going to end there. I heard the cheer, Rupert. That was great. I've tried to hook the sound up so it's coming through the stream, but is that not working? Let's just try. That, so catcher definitely running away there. Oh, Rupert, I can hear all the noises on the stream. Great, thank you very much. And a bit of stomping in the stands there. Fabulous. So yes, Fumble has a whole heap of noises and spectator noises and all sorts of fun. It looks like we've got a catcher dodging away. And again, another one. So that has freed up my Bloodseeker, which is quite handy. So we'll be having a bit of a crush the humans in a minute. That was 2 die up against the Bloodspawn. And push the Bloodspawn away, which again is not the world's worst thing. I can now free the Bloodspawn up. So I can move this lineman in. I've got a 2 die block over there. Poor old Bloodseeker getting a bit picked on there. That was 2 die, but a double push. And down goes a lineman, so I was going to lose a player sooner or later. But having 5 humans there together is definitely going to help me. Right, so let's stand him up. Let's work out what we want to do. I'm going to move him in. So I've got 2 die there. I can take a 2 die here. That would free my Bloodspawn and my Bloodseeker up if I can get him out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be a rush to get it if I get it wrong. So where's he going to go on push? So this way you've got to be careful with the Khorne. So I'm going to bring the lineman in there to do all the marking, take those tackle zones away, so when I push the player through I don't accidentally end up in a lot of trouble. So I'm going to bring the Khorne in there, mark the player. Oh, Karen can't listen, that's a bit unfortunate. Right, and what are we going to do with this guy? We're going to bring him round here. Right, now we're going to go for the blocks. So I'm going to start with the block here. That's the power I was looking for. So that's freed up 1 player. Now I'm going to take the block here, and that's freed up another player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And end his action, and blitz the ball carrier, smash the ball carrier, Do I want to re-roll the catch? No, and that's quite good. The ball bouncing all the way over there. Got a 1 bowl there. Thank you for the tip, Brute Fun. More Blood Bowl is definitely more better, and we'll end the turn there. So Rupert, is there a way to change your YouTube username so it's not your real name, Google account name? Definitely. I think go into the settings. There is definitely a way to change it within there. Might change your channel name if you've got a channel, but you can align them. All of the usernames should be changed. Even in fummbl, you can get your name and details changed. So do align them up, and it's good fun and easier for everyone to play. Definitely something we should all tell our kids is pick a username, stick to it, and remember what it's going to be, because you'll probably be living with it 20 years down the line. Yeah, thanks, Brute Fun. Poor old Red October. Can't believe it was pretty bad. But at least he will come back in the next game. And Brute Fun, and my name is not actually Brute Fun. But would we ever call you anything else now? So Logan's here. A little bit of trouble. Lots of players back. I have a free player, a lineman. Everybody else is tied up, so these guys are all tied up at the moment unless there's some blocks. Catcher here can definitely motor around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So could get there with a rush. Andrew, can't wait for your game in a bit. Primac, and who are you playing? What team have you got? So we start with the so down goes one of mine. Down goes Archer No Name. He's been knocked out. So you see here he's gone into the knocked out. You can see players and details. So off he goes. 1 die, and down goes the Bloodseeker. This is where the human, having blocked to start off with, is such a great skill. Primac, Elven Union versus Orcs. Oh, and what are you playing? Elven Union versus Orcs. That's a good traditional matchup. That's definitely 2 different play styles, which should be a lot of fun. I think we're going to see the catcher now run round the Bloodspawn, sorry. Is he going to cut the corner? That's going to be the question. Definitely looking at that. Primac, you're playing Elves versus Greenskin Phil with the Orcs. Oh. He's waiting for a reroll to pick up, so he's failed the first roll. Oh, and dropped the ball. Oh, that's very disappointing. Not for me, though. So Elves versus Orcs, and it's Greenskin Phil. Greenskin Phil is pretty good with his Orcs. Oh, I forgot to select pass. Oh, that's annoying. So that's a good example there where, yeah, you misclick slightly and it can be a bit of a pain. Right, what are we going to do here? 3. So I want to move the catcher off the ball. Ooh, got them both down there. I'm going to re-roll that. Just push him away. Try and free up. Let's freeze up with this guy, who can come round here. Oh, that's another knockout. Dice starting to really roll in my favour here. I've got a 2 die there, but that is against a human blitzer, so let's not overreach. Got no rerolls left. Where do we put the Bloodspawn? We're going to put the Bloodspawn there. No, we're not, because Bloodspawn doesn't want to play. So my dice now starting to go a little bit wrong. And we won't take that. So there we go. So where do we get to? Adam, going to be a lot of dead elves. I think elves versus Greenskin film, and they're going to be 2 vanilla sides to start off with. So if the elves can stay away, they've got a chance that could be a 2-0 game. Brute Fun has, speaking of changing names, has changed his name. Congratulations, Brute Fun. Well done to changing your name. I'd love to know if that was always a spelling error or just a bit of fun. Brute Fun sliding back into the bushes. Homer Simpson file. Absolutely, yeah. Andrew, not played a lot of elves. Playing against orcs, use your speed, get away from them, stretch the play, absolutely try and make it hard. And a little Logan's tripped and fallen. Now I really want the Khorne Gore to score, but that's going to go wrong if I try and do that. So we've got a lineman here. Take a knockout there. Four, 5. So I've got him off the ball, and we'll definitely just take it in for the score. So the good thing with the fumble here is it really automates the rolls quickly here. So my player stayed unconscious. In fact, no one passed a roll. No. Welcome, okay, quick name change. Welcome back, Rupert, or now the new Rupert. Brute Fun, nothing but knockups of everyone's favourite scripts. That is probably the funniest comment overall. So well done for all that have changed. There. So I need to set my players up. So let's go. 3 Bloodseekers on the line. Khorne in there. I'm going to put the Bloodspawn in there. We're playing a little bit more defensively because of its turn 6. And there we go. So Brute Fun. So Brute Fun is the old world Warcraft carrier name. When Ben found out my Black Orcs on cult, he had a bit of trouble with the Brit name. Most did, so I rebanded to something phonetically similar. Very nice. So we can basically blame Ben's illiteracy for your name then. Definitely something that will get mentioned on the podcast. Right, gotta go. Great stream. Thank you very much. Okay, enjoy catching up at a later time. So we got the humans lining up here. It is definitely not a scarier lineup when there are only how many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 players. Ogre is badly hurt and 3 knocked out is pretty bad. I'm gonna go for a slightly off-center kick. And I've got a blitz. I feel a little bit bad. But I will preference that with saying only a little bit bad. This is why you don't line the Bloodspawn up on the line of scrimmage, because you can have nice things happen like this. So I'm going to move. That was pretty bad. I managed to smash through, got the halfling on the line of scrimmage smashed, and the Bloodspawn's right through, heading towards the ball. That is pretty nasty. The ball could have bounced anywhere. The Bloodspawn wasn't going to pick it up, but it's always a bit of fun. Stunned player, so I do have a Seeker free. This Seeker's going to get smashed, but I got a bit of defense lined up here. We are in turn 7, so the humans will have to score very quickly to get back in for this. So Velux, Brute Fun only played vanilla at launch, quit long before the first expansion with World of Warcraft. Yeah, I think we've all played at some point, but who's really stuck with it? And Velux is still pretty much addicted 20 years in. Wow, pretty impressive. Congratulations on that. So we've got the ball picked up on another reroll. a failed catch, and that is just truly horrible. Truly horrible. You can't really go much more wrong than that. Where do we want to go then? Right, we're going to go there. So we can get the ball here. I think we're going to try and smash in on a blitzer here. So we can get him in on there and use the pushes to push the blood spawn all over the place. Blood bowls, the rolls are seeming reasonably well balanced so far. That will be a 4+ pickup. Should we try a 4+ pickup, guys? No, let's not try the 4+ pickup. It will fail. We will try the 2 die. And we will smash the blitzer down. And that's the end of a very successful turn 7. So turn 8 for the humans. Khorne cares not where the blood flows, only that it flows absolutely. The blood dice rolls feel a bit more balanced. They do. The block dice are rolling reasonably well. Sounds pretty good. And we're having a turn 8 protect the players turn here from the humans, which is a very valid tactic at the end of the first half. He's got a kick to me to start the second half off. He does not want any more players off the pitch. So yeah, go for it, and 50-50 with picking up the ball. Absolutely the chance, but for those of you who've seen me stream before, I am not renowned for being able to roll well in any way at all. In fact, quite the opposite. Now, I've got a chance here, if I can get this right, so if I push him to there, then I can put, so I can potentially get this blitzer off to the sideline. Do I go for the POW or do I go to this? I mean, it's turn 8, so let's just go for them. Down he goes. I'm tempted by the foul, to be honest. That blitzer's very tempting for the foul. So he's so tempting that didn't spot the foul, so that was a bit of an annoyance. We're going to try the pass here. I need a reroll. And I get the reroll, so I get an SPP. That is beautiful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's the end of my turn. So going into turn 2, so that's going to be 9 versus 11 for the second half. Brian's bad rolls, I take it you saw the Monday stream. Absolutely. I think that maybe I touched Ben's dice. Adam, 3+ equals a 7+ sometimes. True, but 3+ in my world is definitely 2 more. Then I'm good at rolling. Bad rolls make for better content anyway. Well, we will definitely see what we can do. I'm not unlucky, just a consummate entertainer. I'd say I like to play Blood Bowl with a bit of fun. I'd love not to roll quite so many ones on serious rolls, and particularly when it comes to picking up the ball with Dark Elves and trying to score. That still curses me a year later. Adam, put the boot in. Of all players, Adam, I am not surprised you suggested the foul. For those who don't know, Adam is our reigning foul expert, to the point where when he doesn't foul in our tournaments, I have to check his scorecard because I believe he's not filled it in right. So we've got a halfling in the middle here. So actually, halfling with a bloodseeker is a little bit of a waste, but we will do that. We're going to line up a couple, put the Khorne gore back, and then I'm going to just put a couple of linemen in on the sides here, just in case it goes wrong. I'm going to bring out the Bloodsworn one. So we can have a look at the game stats actually for the first half. So 20 blocks to 21. Pretty even in terms of blocks, but I have gained 6 SPP already. Solid defense, so Logan's may reorganize 6 players. Quite handy, and the ball is currently landing in an empty space. Fouling is a sign of respect and love, and honestly I'd be upset if someone didn't take a juicy foul. Very much with that. The point where I will stop fouling for me is when you have absolutely tilted the board, and you're doing it just to literally put the boot in a league game. In a tournament, very different because it's resurrection and the players are there. But in a league game, there's beating an opponent, there's winning, and then there's crushing an opponent just for the fun of it. But that's my personal opinion. I would not be grumpy if other people wanted to smash. Now, I'm going to try and pick the ball up first, actually, because if it goes wrong, as it did there, I can use the reroll. I'm going to bring these guys in, prop a little cage here, Primac, always file a War Dancer. That is a basic Blood Bowl thing, so if you can. There are certain pieces that have got to go. So let's start with the halfling, and it doesn't really matter which way we go, so we're going to go this way. And definitely get some smashing in. Now that blitzer is looking good. Never pass up the opportunity to stumble on a gutter runner. No, gutter runners, for me, if a gutter runner is anywhere near the sideline, I'm looking for that surf immediately. So I've got a blitz out here on the edge and a blitz out here on the edge. But I've got strength 5 against strength 3. I'm going to tag that blitzer. I'm going to tag that blitzer. And then I'm going to and down goes the Bloodspawn. So there's the ones biting in. So a little rush, a little falling over. Admittedly, it's not the worst thing that could have happened for anywhere at all the way up the pitch. Saved on his armour. Wouldn't be surprised if he might get a kicking. Excuse me there, guys. Always squish halflings because they pop like little blood balloons. True, and there's nothing more annoying than a little halfling dancing through your line for a foul when you could have kicked them in the first place. Those who've seen Milton play with his OWA recently, he has really used the halfling as a absolute little git, to be the best word. So the blitzer here coming in on the ball. So in on the ball carrier. It's quite handy. My ball carrier does have horn, so can use that to blitz away. But there's definitely a gap through the middle of the pitch here. 2 blood seekers as well gives me the opportunity to put the ball carrier in here somewhere, which would be good. Catcher marking the side of the cage. Catcher's only got strength 2, so yeah, that one dodging away. Commissioner, good to see you. Have a good rest of the evening. My lineman on the edge getting popped down here. And seriously injured, and that's going to be a niggling injury, so that's going to come back to bite me in the league. Alignment, to be fair, with Khorne, they're going to do sooner or later. So Adam Wilcox, any skill here or fresh team? These are fresh vanilla teams, 990 versus 980 to start off with. So no great sets of skills or details in any way at all. Right, that's the Bloodspawn back up. So what I'm going to do here is blitz with the Khorne gore. Because then I can run off like that. Then I can reform the cage. And now I've got the cage with the Bloodseekers. So linemen, you mean walking mulch? See, I like a Khorne lineman because they have literally got the frenzy skill, which gives them a little bit more excitement for me. And we will end the turn there. So where we are now, so we've got the ball just over the halfway line. This is turn 2 of the second half. I am 1-0 up. I've got 3 Bloodseekers on the corner of the cage. The blood spawn just behind. Ball carrier being given the ball. Khorne gore's got the ball with horns and jugs, which is quite handy as a sort of get out of jail card. The players I've got to really keep an eye on are the blitzers. We've got a blitzer over here on the left and a blitzer a little bit further down. Oh no, and the halfling has tripped and dodged and knocked himself out. Today's going to be a bad day, I think is the phrase. So we've got 2 die back here. Now, I think we're going to try and blitz with the blood spawn. Of course, he does not want to play. Oh, both down and... I'm going to take them both down in this case. Knocked out. I got away with that. So what I'm trying to do here is hold my reroll for when I need it. I really don't want to bite them out so early. So I took them both down. It's the top of the cage with players around. I've got a bit of safety there. Players tied up. This blitzer is free, so that's probably going to be his best move now. So brute fan, oh sure they are just mulching waiting, but I don't give them names, don't want to get attached, makes it easier. I have a general rule with my players, I do not give them names until they've got to the second skill up, and at that point I'll start caring for them just a little bit. So in comes a blitzer, a little push here, and re-rolled to another push. That absolutely puts the blitzer as Khorne meat in there. But I would imagine the other blitzer's going to pop in behind him. One dice, and down goes the mulchy lineman. Where's the catcher running off to? Yeah, catcher's gonna play defense. And in pops the Blitzer, I think. I do have to name my goblins specifically to make deaths tragic and hilarious. R.I.P. Crumpet, you were my favourite. I think with stunty players and stunty teams, you've absolutely got to name, shame, and have a bit of fun with your players, because that's what they're there for. Right, I'm going to pop him in there. That gives me all sorts of options. So I've got 2 dice all over the place. I'm going to start with the backward 2 die. That's the first one. That's the second one. So that's freed the ball carrier up. Two, 3, 4, 5. Off he runs with his gallant friend to help him. Now, who is the Bloodspawn gonna try and kick? So that's the question. Or hit. Let's be more accurate about that. I'm going to block this catcher off, blitzer off, sorry. So here's mark the blitzer. Now I can take the 2 die here. And that's going to win the turn there. So turn 4 for the Logans. Let's see where they are now. They have... they start the turn with 2 players standing up. One is the Blitzer next to Bloodspawn. One is the catcher next to a Blood Seeker. That is not great. Catcher dodging out and makes the dodge. Round on the ball carrier. Good first start. Blitzer has got a 2 die uphill. Well, that's brave. Dodges away from the Bloodspawn, runs past the Blood Seeker. Will have to rush to get in on the ball. He is targeting the ball carrier. And there is the both down. That is... Out pops the ball into a tackle zone, but great defensive play there. that was really the only move he had, and he really made it well. You got to give a little clap there. Uneven. Yeah, let's even see if we can. No, spectator chat doesn't work. So all the tackle zones being wrapped around the ball here. This is where Khorne aren't going to be great. I'm going to struggle to pick up the ball. I've got one reroll left, but edge 3+ all over the ball, all over the board, so a little bit difficult. And do have to keep an eye out for where the catchers are. So right, stand him up. So 2 tackle zones on the ball. I can blitz the catcher, and likely that will give me a 3rd tackle zone on the ball. That's probably the way I'm going to go. So slightly defensive move, but definitely the one for me there. So, right. Bring him in and just gum up the play here. Gonna go with a blitz here. Oh, both down and a skull. I will take the team roll. I'm gonna push him there and push him there. Double both downs, no rerolls, down. Oh no, 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 the blood sport is knocked out. That's pretty bad. That's example, probably a block too many. Maybe, I don't know. I'm playing 9 versus 6 now. I may have got a little bit over reaching there with the blocks. Turn 5, both my rerolls gone. That's where Khorne bite. You have to roll a lot of dice, and without those block skill ups, things like that will happen. I got away with it, I think the turn before, and actually removed a player with the both down, but that definitely did not work as much. So we've got, what have we got here? We've got a catcher and another catcher. So 2 catchers, but we've got 2 strength 4 players guarding the ball. So the blitzer might be able to get this guy off. But still, that's going to be rolling. And there are 2 rerolls left though, so start thinking about defensively where we can go. Got a lineman here, we've got a lineman here. Where is my Khorne lineman? He's up there. So yeah, tied up. Adam, is sign up for the league closed? Yes, we realised once we've set the league up, you can't add any more players in. You have to have them in as a tournament. But this will only be a few weeks. We're going to run basically one round of games straight into playoffs, and then I think if it's a success, we will set it up. So if you are interested in playing, if you're not in the Discord, use the Discord QR code here or here, depending on which way my pointing is, and jump on into the Bonehead Discord and go from there. Please do join the Discord. It's great community in there, and they're following the Fumble League and above all, I think I got it right first time. Yeah, this side. That's how delayed we are. So firstly, we've got the lineman running back into play. Will he rush? I wouldn't, but I roll that badly. He does. Oh, he's going to have to re-roll the rush. Makes it, but he does mark the player. Okay, may join next time then. Yeah, please do, Adam. Keep an eye out. We will keep the announcements coming. We're very, very pleased with how quickly people signed up to this. It's low maintenance. Milton is running this beautifully, and we'll see how it goes. Milton is not only running this beautifully, he's also playing Snotlings, he's bottom of the league, and making everyone feel better. So we're blitzing all the players off the ball here. Ooh, blitzing onto the ball, trying to bounce the ball onto the blitzer. That was brave. So very clever play there. Can't pick up the ball? Don't try and pick up the ball. Try and move the ball by bouncing players onto it. Khorne are not good at picking up the ball, so you can pretty much work on the basis that all my players will not pick up the ball even when it's bouncing around. And definitely good opportunity. The fact that my players are tying up here is quite useful. So we will now I'm going to take a bit of a risk. I'm going to try and block the catcher. Send him off to the sideline, which enables me to bring a player around. So he's got a 2-die block there. Bring him in, and the catcher's definitely got potential to ruin my day. Get the 2 die here, move him into there. That's the way to go. So I'm going to block the blitzer. And the blitzer's down. Move him into there. And there we go. So we've got 2 tackle zones on the ball. Blitzer is going to struggle to blitz off there. So yeah, you can see what Red October is asking here is, can you see the dice stats? You can look the dice stats up on the website afterwards, so you can see how bad it was. So seriously injured, I'm missing another player for the next game. So I think that was another lineman. And off he goes. Spread the SPP around a little bit. So 2 die up here for the catcher against the lineman. That again would be brave. He's going to dodge away and try and come in and hit the lineman here. Again, it's a 2 die up. He gets the push and the pow. He's going to push him onto the ball again, I would have thought. Ooh, bouncing off the catcher. Catcher could dodge away here and try to pick the ball up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it potentially could go. Right, the catcher tried. What happened there? He tried to catch the ball. Oh, that just went horribly wrong. So we can try and pick up the ball and run in. Which has definitely got to be the way to go. Move him over to there. Ball bouncing around. Could be what that was definitely one of the better places for it to bounce for me, bouncing away from most of his players. The catcher is really tied up here. This catcher's prone. So he can definitely run back and put some pressure on it. But that's all he can do. I've got 1 turn left. I am going to try and score the second touchdown. I've got a couple of players that can do it, and a couple of Bloodseekers to clear the rain. Favourite quote from Independence Day: "Clear the road, boys," and definitely that's what I use my Bloodseekers for. Clear the road. So I think I'm feeling pretty good that there's a good chance for me to take the win here. Be happy with the 2-0. Gotta be tempted to take some more casualty along the way. The catcher dodging out and falling over. So that's going to leave me pretty much to that. So he's already got 3 skills. So I'm going to try and get the double score here. Score on the Seeker 4+, 2+, 2+. Yeah. Although I couldn't pick up the ball with the lineman, so it's definitely the way to go. A bit cursed there. Yeah, I was tempted to see if we could do the handoff or the pass or something. Went for what was the easiest way to go. It didn't work very well, and he's going to get a blitz in here on the Bloodseeker. That's going to be a 2-die, I think. Yeah, dice. Yes, I am absolutely turn 16 diced for the second. Saved by his armor. Down he goes. Of course, my last roll is a 1. Of course it is. So we've got the nominate 3 for MVP. So I will be nominating. I'm going to nominate all 3 of my Bloodseekers, because you really need to rack them up for a skill. And look at those KO rolls. It's hideous. Only one of his players would have come back. So yeah. The MVP go through. MVP went to Eric. So 6 SPP. Oh, that's very nice. I will be very happy with that. And let's have a look at Logan's team. So the Ogre got MVP, so definitely going to build up there. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed a bit of Fumble. If you've enjoyed this, do let us know. We will maybe look at streaming some more Fumble games. We'll continue to play Wednesdays every couple of weeks. Blood Bowl 3 or Fumble. And play them through. Summertime Shadows pickups get less likely the closer you get to the end zone. Simple as that. Absolutely, yeah. If you've got a Black Orc just outside your own end zone, you can pick that ball easy. Nothing to do with it after that. But always a good bit of fun. Thanks for joining us in the stream. Have a good rest of the night. Happy blocking, and see you soon next time for some more Blood Bowl.